So in this video we're going to look at the various different options for actually processing one of our images. So I'm going to take this image that was shot in Trafalgar Square, and you'll notice straight away that we've got a histogram at the top. Now again, if I was to double tap, it, much like the titles under the collection, this cycles through the various different, if I can get two fingers on there, so I can have which image number it is, the name of the image, its flag status, when it was taken, you know, the number of stars, the histogram, or nothing. Okay, and if I click on the image or just do a single tap, it brings the image up into the mode where you can then, you know, traditional sort of iPhone, you can explore it. Now, of course, this also works if you were to rotate it. So all of these still work exactly there. And when you come back, you have the same menus and systems, whether it's in landscape or in portrait mode. So we're going to go back into portrait mode. So the share buttons are very much the similar as we had in the previous video. You can share, you can open it in, copy it to. I won't go through those again and present. But what's interesting now is obviously at the bottom of the screen down here, you've got a number of different icons to look at. So the first of these are lips on the left. This just toggles between the various different menus. The first is whether you then want to go through and flag it or not. And again, if you click on that, it allows you to select the particular flag that you want. And obviously in this case, you can also then star rate it 2, maybe 3, or however you want it to. There are other options for how that works. And if I now, you see what I did then, put my finger over the image and swiped up, you can now do that similar approach there. So if I go over to the left here, you can see as I do that, right, it becomes active. I can click on that. See, and then you can move that up and down as well. I find that a little bit, and the same over here. I find that a little bit fiddly, if I'm honest. So I tend to use the ones down here. It's a little bit more easy to use. If you then go over to the main menu, you've then got sort of 3 primary things to choose from. Whether you want to crop the image, if I click on that, and this is now very similar to what you'd expect in the dialog in the develop module within the main Adobe Lightroom. So we have the aspect. You can change that, 16 by 9. You can see it gives you these automatically. Do you want to crop it? Yes or no? No, I don't. You know, you can lock an aspect ratio and then you can move it in and out exactly as you would before. You can auto straighten. Well, hopefully that was relatively straight, but we'll see. No, it wanted to do a little bit. Great. You can also then obviously orientate it. You can flip and rotate it if you want to. You rotate it through 90 degrees. You can also just pick it up here, right, with your finger and do it there. It's all pretty intuitive. And if at any stage you're unhappy with any of that, you just press reset. Okay, so I'm not going to do that crop. I'm going to leave it as it is. The second lot is the presets. Now, unfortunately, you can't have user presets, your own ones, not in this version anyway. But here are a number of different ones. You've got creative, color, black and white, detail, and effect. And what you're able to do is select the various different ones. Now, if you can't see the image, you can actually just pick your finger up and move this around so you can have a look, see it at what you want. Okay, and if you like that, that's great. Maybe you want to do oil polarizer, have a look, see. Okay, just click away. Yeah, you know, that's a good starting point. But of course, if you don't like it, you can just reset. And when you press reset, it allows you whether you want to reset everything back to the basic tones, every single thing that you've done. That's like I said, a master reset, back to when you imported it or back to when you opened it. I'm just going to go back to basic tones. Okay, so you then have to choose which ones you want, and you can play around with those, and they're quite fun. And then the last one here, which is the one that really helps, is the adjust. And you can see here it's saying incremental adjust, and swipe up or down on the titles bar to access tone curve, vignetting, colors, black and white. Okay, so let's have a look at that. So that means I click on that, and that's what it means there, okay, on the little thing down there. And you either got the basic sort of setting, that's the same as the basic panel, the tone curve, vignetting, and color, and black and white. So I'm going to go into that now in a separate video, otherwise this one becomes too long, but I'll pick up exactly where we left off.